Hey everybody, it's Damnation. Today I'm going to talk to you about Lucha Libre companies. So yeah, CML, CMLL, AAA, Crash. I think there's a couple other ones. So the most experience that I've had watching in New Japan, but that's Japanese wrestling. It's good, don't get me wrong, but for me, I've mostly stuck to the CMLL and AAA, and I've watched a few Crash ones and stuff like that. They're hard to watch because I don't know. I follow them on YouTube and try to catch, but I don't see matches every once in a while. I see like little snippets and stuff like that, more with them than CMLL. So I'm going to talk about, and then there's like Lucha Underground. We'll get to that too. So CMLL is the classic. It's the oldest. It's going on 86 years now. It was started in the 1930s, 1920s, something like that. So, it's the oldest. AAA is the youngest out of the two. It started in the 90s. It's like 26 years old. So I prefer CMLL over AAA. The only reason is I can actually watch it live. I can't right now because they do. You have to buy like a subscription thing, and because their site is in Spanish, I don't read Spanish, so it's hard for me to watch it. So I just watch it when they post their matches up on YouTube, and it's like an hour long and stuff like that. It's really fun to watch. And AAA, they did have it on Twitch, and they had a Twitch English for AAA, which I enjoyed watching. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching AAA, but it's hard to watch it on YouTube. Like, if you miss a match and they post it on YouTube, it's hard to watch because they don't have, like, it's not like CMLL where they have the whole thing. It's like they dub in crappy friggin' generic music, and it's just terrible, and I don't know, I just don't like it. And a lot of times they don't do the whole match, like the whole hour-long match, the match. They do, like, snippets of, like, 2 or 3 minutes of like the match, and it's just the highlights of the match instead of the actual match. I hate that. So that's why I like watching CMLL better, because they give the whole match and stuff like that, so I can watch it. Performance wise with wrestlers, it's a draw. I like the male wrestlers. It's a draw for both AAA and CMLL. Like I said, I don't watch enough Crash to get it to like make a good whatever, because of how, I don't know, you just can't, I don't know, it's just hard to watch their stuff because it doesn't come up that often, I guess, what I'm saying. I mean, I could be wrong, but that is just my experience with them. So let's see, with the female talent though, I think AAA has CMLL beat. That's just, like I said, my opinion. I think AAA's women, they have a lot of talent there. Don't get me wrong, CMLL's female talent is great. It's just, like I said, it's more traditional wrestling, and it seems more stale, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, they're the same styles. It's just something about CMLL just seems stale with their women luchador women wrestlers than AAA wrestlers. I don't know what it is. That's just how I feel. So comparing it, so CMLL is like, if you're American, CMLL is like the old WWF, WCW, where it's wrestling, right? And AAA is more like the Attitude Era with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Blood, Mankind, jumping off of things, start slamming people through barbed wire and stuff like that. And, that's what I feel that AAA is like. AAA has like Blue Demon Jr., Santo, I think he wrestles for him, has Dr. Wagner and all these guys. And like CML is like the classic where it has like Blue Panther Jr., Blue Panther, Fishman, Atlantis, the classic wrestlers and stuff like that. There's classic wrestlers in AAA too, but it's just more classic. It's like I said, if you're for American wrestlers, compare it to, it's like the classic WWF, classic WCW. Before, the Attitude Era where it was weird WCW stuff and crazy antics of WWF. Where it's like blood, like, my head's cut open and bleeding all over the place. That happens. I think the matches to me in CMLL, like hair versus mask match or hair versus hair, they mean more in CMLL, in my opinion, than it does in AAA. Don't get me wrong, it means something in AAA too. But you got ref, that one ref, I can't remember his name. I can't stand him. He interferes a lot. There's a lot of interference in the matches, and stuff gets all wonky and stuff like that. I don't like that. Like, it's a match that is supposed to be like compelling, or it's a serious match, and you got interferences and stuff like that. You got people coming out of the woodwork, slapping somebody with a chair, and then having somebody pin somebody, and somebody losing their mask or cutting their hair. It's like, I don't like that. I like how CML does it, where it's more honor, I guess. There's more honor in that than how CML does. Don't get me wrong, there's honor in it, but that's just how I feel. So then we're moving on to like Crash. Like I said, it's finicky. I don't know. From my understanding and from what I've seen, it is good company and stuff like that, and they do good shows and stuff like that. But like I said, it doesn't come up that often. So then we move on to Lucha Underground. It started off like I watched it. I watched the first season. It was crap. I'm glad it's gone. I really didn't like him. I don't like Vampiro. I think he's a shitty wrestler. I thought he was a shitty wrestler when he's in there, and I think he was a shitty person getting in there. And the way he was hyping up, like even when he was doing like commentary for AAA, it was like hyping it up. Like, oh, when we did this Lucha Underground, it's like, dude, Lucha Underground freaking sucked. Like, you got pulled out. Well, AAA had a lot of wrestlers that were wrestling in AAA wrestlers were wrestling in it. But it was based in the United States, so they had like Sexy Star, like she couldn't wrestle in Mexico, so she was wrestling in there, and she already lost her mask in Mexico, so she was wearing her mask there in the United States, Lucha Underground, and blah 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 and stuff like that. It's like, but it was just bad. It's just how they presented it. It was like how WWF is like right now. I'm not calling it WWE. It's WWF. Screw the World Wildlife Federation. Screw them. Anyways, but it's like how it is now. You know what I mean? It was like that TV presented all like, drama storyline. Just, it was bad. Like, the wrestling was good. It was decent to some extent, but it's like, oh, that's, you got Vampiro, but like, that's Lucha Libre and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, oh my God, it was just terrible, and it was annoying, and like I said, Vampiro sucks as like a wrestler and a commentator, and like, I know he's sick and stuff like that, but God, he just sucks. Like, he was bad. Yeah, so I stopped watching it after like the first season of Lucha Underground. It was on Axel for a while there. I don't think Axel exists anymore, but yeah, it was, or El Rey or something like that. It was just bad. It was just terrible. I hated it. Like, just like this, like they're trying to make Mil Muerte as like the Undertaker and like the Power Stone, and like, I don't know, man, it was just dumb. But yeah, like, though, that's just my opinion on, like, yeah, it was just terrible. But yeah, you know, the two that are the best to me is CML and AAA. I mean, they both have their good qualities and bad qualities, but, you know, as far as like wrestling shows to watch, you know, if you like the classic feel of it, watch CML. If you like the tough guy, you know, tough, strong, you know, fighting blood and all that stuff, you know, I'd watch CMML. I watch both, or AAA, because both are great. I wish, you know, you got your more grittier side and you got your more classic side. Good for everybody, you know what I mean? But, you know, that's, like I said, my opinion. And yeah, thanks for watching.